everyone! I recently went to a fall fest with my family and inspired me to create this video for you. The colors are simply gorgeous right now as the leaves are turning bright red and yellow, and then you have the variety of pumpkin shapes and colors. Fall is just beautiful. Using the entire season of autumn, including the holidays, Halloween, and Thanksgiving, we have so much to create from. So here are 5 fun ideas to help you fill up or start that sketchbook. The first idea is called leaf art. So take any leaves you have outside that you like and then create a scene from them. You'll have to either press them by placing them in a page of a heavy book for a day or two, or using an iron with a paper towel on top to flatten them out. Also make sure to leave them in a book until they cool off, otherwise they curl back up. Turn them into animals or trees, or just use your imagination. The main leaves I picked reminded me of my younger years of playing Sonic the Hedgehog, so this guy is going to be a little cute hedgehog picking his first autumn leaf as the leaves begin to fall. I am going to cut the yellow leaf to be a tree, and then do the same with the green leaf for the background. Then I'm going to fill in the rest of the story with some scenery, grass, and leaves swirling in the wind with my pencil, colored in with some watercolor, and then go back in with my micron once the watercolor is dry. Now I can attach the leaves using a glue stick, and then underneath that I added the title, First Autumn Leaves. Have fun with all of these ideas and don't be afraid of making mistakes. I heard this amazing quote the other day from the movie The Last Word that works perfectly with the purpose of the video and the sketchbook. In response to Anne, who is the writer in the movie, who says that she's afraid of making mistakes, Harriet, the main character, says, "You don't make mistakes. Mistakes make you. Mistakes make you smarter, they make you stronger, and they make you more self-reliant." Moving on to the second idea, which I'm calling the Mad Lib style. So pick an animal. Pick a fall activity or action, and then pick a fall article of clothing. I am picking rabbits or bunnies, drinking tea, and wearing scarves. So now for this page, come up with that scene and put your own little twist on it. I'm going to be whimsical and make the teacup huge and the rabbit smaller, climbing onto the cup to drink tea. And since I was intensely into my sketching, I forgot about my scarves, so I'm adding that in there now. Inked it with my micron and then added some color using my watercolors. Okay, don't laugh at me, but I spelled scarves wrong, which I'll end up fixing later. If you guys have been following me, spelling is not my strong suit, but hey, it makes me laugh every single time. Next up, we have autumn things. Here's a page where you draw your favorite autumn things. It could be food related, Halloween related, anything. I'm drawing some leaves, acorns, pumpkins on vines, sweaters, cozy socks, corn, and some tea. Draw in whatever style you want. It can be super realistic or more like cartoons. One twist to make this more challenging is to try drawing this straight from memory without any references and see what you come up with. I'm adding some basic colors to mine, and then I also added a title to the top, which helps the page look more put together. For the fourth idea, I call it Pumpkin Expressions. This is the play off pumpkin carving or painting, but in your sketchbook. So you can do this as many times as you want without spending any money on pumpkins. Again, I started off using my pencil to draw out the title, and then started drawing the pumpkin shapes underneath, each of them varying in shapes and sizes. Now for the fun part, I filled in each pumpkin with a different expression. I don't like my first pumpkin, so I'm going to switch over to kawaii style, and it looks so much cuter. Once their expressions are in, you can just see them taking on their own personalities. If you're having a hard time drawing pumpkins, start out with a wide oval, then draw your stem up top on the center. Then draw a long narrow oval down from the stem, and then start connecting some C shapes onto the left and the right of the oval. And there you have it. Pumpkins come in all different shapes and sizes, so don't worry so much about getting them perfect. The stem and the C shapes make a pumpkin a pumpkin. And then I inked in my lines with my micron, and then I'm done. Now for the fifth and final idea, I call this one Abstract Leaves. I wanted to do an exercise that was more decorative, so I came up with this. Use however many leaves you want and then lay them out on your page. Once I was satisfied with the way they looked, I added my title to the bottom right of the page in my own made up font, inked that with a micron, made the downstrokes thicker to imitate traditional calligraphy, and now I am ready for my leaves. Put marks on your page to keep track of where the leaves sit, and then using either a fine acrylic paint marker or actual acrylic paint, decorate your leaves. I am inspired by henna right now, so I'm using white paint and adding very delicate lines to the leaves, making sure that it works with the overall leaf shape. Once the paint is dry, attach the leaves to the page using a glue stick, and you're done. So as I was getting ready to record my flip through, I started to add some things here and there. And then 2 hours later, I basically added a lot of changes to my pages, which I didn't record. For the first page, I added much more detail to the scene, a background, a title, the date, and my signature, and overall it looks so much more put together. Second page, since it was looking more like winter, I brought it back to fall by coloring in the teacups with orange, adding more fall details, creating a definitive border, and adding a title to the bottom. Oh, and I fixed my misspelling. For the last 3 pages, I just added some color to the pumpkins, my signature, and date. This way, if you ever decide to flip back to your work, you know exactly when you created it, and then you can say something like, oh, I made this a year ago. If you decide to do any of these ideas, please tag me on Instagram because I would love to see what you create. Thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful and meaningful day, everyone. I'll see you next time. Bye!